Alrighty, you guys know what time it is. Welcome to another raw, real review. I'm echoing myself in the background. Is there everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should be good now. Hold on. What's going on, guys? We are doing another reaction to What If episode 4. Yes, we are back on time this week. We were off a little last week, but we're back here on time. How you guys doing, man? How you guys feeling? We made it on time. Yes, we made it on time. Even Sims was here on time, right on time. How you doing, Miss Sim?
Doing good after that episode.
Oh my God, this episode was. Are we good with the music and the?
All good. It sounds good.
Okay, great. Man, what an episode. Marco, you said you watched the episode. It was so epic. Man, epic does not describe this episode, man. It was kind of sad. Like, usually after these what ifs, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm all joyful and marvelly, but whew, this episode, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like really like sad and hurt, man. Like, Doctor Strange, bro, why do we put Doctor Strange now in the category as Loki and Sylvie just fucking shit up? Like, Jesus Christ, like, people just don't know how to live normal lives anymore, apparently, huh? What's really going on?
Right.
But before we get into the episode, man, make sure you guys drop a like and push us through the algorithm. Help us become the #1 reaction, entertainment, education channel in the world. But I'm being rude. I'm being so rude. How are you doing, Miss M? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing really well. After that episode, it made me feel a lot better about the series.
Really?
It did, actually.
Really? This is the episode that moved you, got you.
No, that was Chadwick's.
Okay.
It's just, I expected Chadwick's to do that. This one was just a little more surprising, and I was like, ooh, I was into it the whole time, even though I was tired.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think this is good because, like, I think we finally got to see another side of Doctor Strange. Like,
Yeah.
like everybody kind of expects him to be like this all-powerful, like, wizard, blah, blah, blah. He knows it all. He's seen all the realities and stuff like that. But this episode kind of brought him down as just a human, It brought him down as just like somebody that's just a regular person like us that's just going through stuff. And he was just trying to save the love of his life,
Yeah.
And he fucked everything up, So this episode was crazy, and then we're gonna dive into it. We're gonna react to it. We're gonna tell you how we feel. We're gonna rank them like how we always do. This is episode 4 already. Wow.
Man.
It doesn't even seem like it, man, to be honest with you.
It's
like, doesn't seem like it to you?
No.
That's crazy. I feel like, well, the only difference between the other shows is the other shows are like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So by the time we got to this point, it was like, oh, man, oh.
We were already preparing for the end.
We were preparing for the end, but luckily we got 5 more episodes of this. But we can start the playback so we can go through shot by shot and just break this episode down. Man, like, it's so funny at the beginning of this episode, the Watcher was like, yeah, this dude, he made the wrong choice and he messed up. Like, I think he literally said something about, like, I've seen someone destroy their own universe or something like that. And, like, this episode was lit. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of liked how, and I'm jumping, like, further ahead in the episode, but I really like how the Watcher was kind of like a part of this episode. Like, he was actually talking back and, like, giving, like...
It was the first time that he was actually talking in the episode and having a conversation.
Yeah, this is the first time where the Watcher was like, I told your dumbass. Like, you should have knew. Like, come on now. You know who I am. You know why I'm here. Because you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like the Watcher's appearance in this episode. I think this is probably the best episode with his appearance, because like usually on every episode he probably says something at the beginning, then he's like fading off and just watching. Like, for a guy that his name is the Watcher, he does a really great job, because his ass just watches everything. He just watches. He's not the actioner or just the, like, he got a perfect ass name. He just sit there and literally just watch like all the stuff that go down, like
that
like,
nosy neighbor, man.
Like, god damn. But yeah, it's just My boy Doctor Strange, man. And we gonna talk about like how we think this ties into like Spider-Man and all the other stuff going on, because for you guys that don't know, all these what if episodes technically like are real. Well, of course they're real because we're watching them, we can see them. But they exist with everything that's going on inside the Marvel universe. So, man, seeing the car wreck scene, right? Let's just start off there. The car wreck scene, man. I thought it was interesting how they switched it, because in the first Doctor Strange, he was in the car wreck by himself.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you, is to refresh my memory on that, because I remember it just being him and his hands got injured and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the original Sacred Timeline or whatever, he messed up his hands in an accident by himself. Okay. And that was what pushed him to like, become the master of the mystic arts per se or whatever. Which is cool. But in this one, he lost the love of his life. And it's so crazy because like I feel like with the MCU, like I don't want to say a lot of characters deal with losing a loved one, but it just shows you like, like I really liked it. Even though he messed up and was doing the most this episode, I really liked that this episode really showed that he was a person at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Like he saved the world, did all this stuff from Dormammu, but still at the end of the day he had a heart. You know what I'm saying? But at what cost, Steven? At what cost, my guy? Right. Come on, man. Come on.
I wonder if he would have asked Christine what she would have done in this situation. Like, would she have approved of it? Like, yes, keep trying to save me? Or would she have said, you know what? Like, you have to understand they're telling you this for a reason. You can't save me, Just do what's best for the world type of thing. That's one thing I would have been interested in.
Yeah.
In seeing.
Yeah, I would have. I feel like honestly Wanda's kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of gave us like a sneak peek, They low-key gave us a sneak peek of what's about to go down with Wanda. Well, not WandaVision, but Wanda, because as you guys know, her kids, like, they not dead, but they not real at the same time.
Yeah.
And we seen at the end of WandaVision, she heard her kids in the mountaintops, and she's trying to figure out a way to go get them. And like we see with this episode, like Strange, he goes to like a very dark place to where he's learning like spells and stuff like that. And if you think about it, I don't know if that was I don't think he was holding the dark hold from WandaVision, but he was, looking at some dark stuff. And this dude started absorbing. Okay, we go skip ahead a little bit. The biggest, craziest thing I seen in this episode, man, when he started absorbing monsters and stuff, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what is going on? What power is this? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, my man Doctor Strange done evolved and doing some new things, man. I ain't never seen this. But yeah, man, he was absorbing the monsters and like doing all that kind of crazy stuff. I was like, wow.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Really good.
Me neither. It just shows us that we have a lot. Huh?
Well, actually, isn't that kind of what, what's her name did with Agatha? They were trying to do that with each other. That was the first time I had seen that, but not with the monsters the way he did.
Yeah. John says, actually no, Jeff says, rising someone from the dead is much easier. Is it? Is it? John says, Stranger's looking all powerful, trying to stop everything from being destroyed. Yeah, that was near the end of the episode. But like what I was saying earlier, it just shows us like, we think we seen the best of Doctor Strange. We ain't seen Jack. We ain't seen nothing, because like even in life, man, like even if you think you're the master of something, there's always something more to learn. Always something more to learn. So I'm really like glad and looking forward to like the Doctor Strange we're gonna see in the movies, because like we've been seeing like a little like the him and Thanos battle on Infinity War. That was clean. Like that was really clean. But I think from here on out, we gonna see some more crazy stuff, because like, can you imagine if we would have seen that absorbing stuff in the movies, like him absorbing people? Like imagine if this was a movie.
It felt like a movie, low-key.
It did feel like a movie, low-key. Like at the beginning, I thought the episode kind of dragged with the whole car, like going back in time stuff. I'm like, all right, you're not gonna bring her back, move on. But when it transitioned, oh my God, I was like, whoa. what are we watching right now? This is crazy. Thoughts before I move on to next topic?
It did feel kind of slow in the beginning too, but I mean, it was crazy to see that no matter what he did, she was gonna die. Whether it was like by a gunman, by that car accident, even having her drive, you know.
Yeah.
That was just, it was a good episode. I really liked it.
You would have thought that would have stopped him from like trying to like keep doing it, but
tenacity, man. He loved her.
Yeah, I guess he was stubborn and stuck in his ways, and you know, even the interesting part for me was when the ancient one came back and she split him.
That was an interesting explanation.
Yeah, that was interesting because at first I was lost as hell. I'm not gonna lie, I was lost as hell. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Same.
But woo, man. John said, I wondered how many times would that car accident play out, bro.
That should be a trivia question.
I was there with you, bro. I'm like, bro, she's not coming back, bro. Like, I'm not a sorcerer supreme or anything, but I don't think you can fix this, bro. Like, I don't have magic willing out of my hands, but I think she's dead, bro. But yeah, this episode really went to like some places, man. Like,
yes.
Because like this shows you, cause like Wanda kind of literally went through the same thing. She lost vision.
Grief.
You know, she lost everything that she loved. So she went through the same thing Doctor Strange went through in her own way. You know. So I'm really interested. I'm really interested to find out, like, is this Doctor Strange that we see gonna be the one that's like talking to Wanda like, yo, I tried to do this, like it doesn't work, you know? And like I feel like they planting seeds, man. Like, I took a lot away from this episode. They're planting seeds. Like, I feel like even with the Spider-Man trailer, man, like people are already saying that Doctor Strange is off.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's the Doctor Strange that's in it. I like a lot of stuff is starting to slowly reveal itself, Marvel. Like, you guys had me for a quick month, a week. But I really think stuff is starting to like kind of add up because we're getting introduced to like all these like variants and like multiverse characters. Even with Spider-Man, like honestly, Wanda, Loki, and Doctor Strange are about to be like a big part of the MCU. Like, and what do you guys think going forward? I think Loki, Doctor Strange, and Wanda are about to be a big part of the MCU going forward because we were watching a video earlier. I forgot who it was by, but it's so interesting, like how like it's not only Loki that messed up the timeline, the multiverse. It's Wanda. She decided to mess it up, and now we got Doctor Strange messing it up.
Yeah.
Like, he messing it up in Spider-Man and in What If. Like, dang, Strange, get it together. Jesus Christ.
So,
but yeah.
Question. That whole thing would have happened before, obviously, the events of like Endgame and stuff. So all of this would have taken place before that, right? Before the No Way Home trailer.
Obviously, yeah.
So why? I'm just curious, like which Doctor Strange translates over, and why so much longer down the road?
So from what we know, right? I mean, honestly, we don't know where the hell is the real Doctor Strange.
Right.
Because this is an alternate universe where all this stuff is going on. But we haven't got a present day checkup on like Doctor Strange and where he is now. So true. My first guess is we're gonna see our current Doctor Strange maybe in Spider-Man No Way Home. But I don't know, man. I think Marvel really has to put out an explainer explaining these timelines because like Loki happens during Endgame, like the whole series.
It's right
like,
after, isn't it?
Like it kind. I mean, it's kind of happening in the background.
Okay.
So like you remember when they went back in time and Loki stole the fucking Tesseract and he like did his own thing. So Endgame was kind of still happening. Like does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Like does that make sense for you guys? So that's where like Marvel, like with this next movie, Marvel kind of really has to like adjust their timeline. Like I understand we're like getting to all these timelines and multiverse and all this stuff, but like Marvel on the present day timeline with the movies and all this stuff coming out of shows, like give us a graphic or image and let us know what's going on at what time. You know what I'm saying? So we're not confused as hell. But from what I'm thinking is, so Shang-Chi, I think it's happening. I don't even know how Shang-Chi got in this. But I'm trying to explain the timelines properly. So I'm thinking Shang-Chi happens after Endgame.
Okay. I do think they said it was like 6 to 8 months. Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I remember that. Now that you're bringing that up.
So Shang-Chi happens 6 to 8 months after Endgame, right? Spider-Man No Way Home is supposed to be happening, I guess, right directly after Far From Home.
Okay.
Then what else is coming out later? Eternals is a week. Look, we leave Eternals out of this because we don't know what the hell is going on with Eternals. These motherfuckers are like watchers because they've been here thousands of years and just been watching. Ain't been doing jack. But so we're gonna see present. I feel like they're gonna have to, because remember we had this whole conversation about like how some people don't follow the shows, but they're gonna like go back and watch the movies. So they're gonna have to explain in Spider-Man like
how we got here.
Yeah, like which Doctor Strange we're talking to, like, you know, they're gonna have to explain that, because like watching the what ifs and stuff is cool, but they're gonna have to give us I mean, Marvel makes their money off their movies anyway. Yeah, you're right. So you can kind of guarantee that they're gonna like.
Scarlett wouldn't agree, but.
Yeah, but.
Sorry.
Johansson, not Scarlet Witch, because she's a thing. But this episode was crazy, and I was kind of curious, like the tentacle super octopus thing, right? Yeah. Was that the same one from the first What If episode? Remember when Captain Carter, like they opened that hole and a little octopus thing came out and she like sliced it, and then she went through. Like, is that the same? Like, let me know in the chat if that's the same. If y'all guys been following this. I want to
go back and see. That's a good question.
But yeah, John says, really good seeing the legendary Ancient One again. She should come back in Strange Multiverse of Madness in the way she did with this episode.
Everybody can come back.
I think everybody's gonna come back, bro. I honestly think, man, so we waiting for No Way Home, right? Oh my God. I think Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, we gonna see hella characters. We go see a lot of different, like, just crazy stuff. Like, that movie is gonna be crazy. Like, I'm low key, I'm really excited about the Spider-Man, but this Doctor Strange, whew, oh my God, this is gonna be crazy. This episode was hella crazy. Right? Hella crazy. I was like, what is going on? But yeah. John says, I'm really interested to see how they explain Iron Man creating the weapons for the Tenderlings. Yeah, for Shang-Chi, yeah. And also, we're going to go see Shang-Chi on Thursday, not Friday.
Not like last time?
Not again. Not again. I got my dates right again.
You were just donating to the Black Widow Fund.
Yeah, I was. I wanted to help her, raise that, what was it, 300 million they made, 400, whatever. I was just trying to donate to the cause. That's what I was trying to do. But John says, I think that's the same monster, Hydra's personal pet. Okay. So yeah, we think it's the
good catch.
Yeah, good catch, John. Nice. But yeah, man, this dude Doctor Strange started absorbing garden gnomes. He started absorbing cats.
I said garden gnomes.
Dragons from Shrek. Like, he just started absorbing all kind of things. I'm like, bro. I'm like, what? A goat? Like, what the heck? Like, what was he like? We're gonna have to watch the breakdown from Heavy Spoilers and Emergency Awesome tomorrow, because I need to know what was he absorbing. Anything that came through, this dude was just literally absorbing and just saying, just give it to me. Just give it. I don't care what you are. Just give it to me, man. And it's really it's just really curious, like, where this episode went, and it kind of ran off the rails like really fast. I'm not gonna lie. It really did. But like I said, I really love the Watcher's like cameo and like presence, like in this episode. Like, he was just like I feel like this is like the one universe he's seen, and he was like, oh shit. Like, I think this is this is the one universe the Watcher seen, and he was thinking about like,
do I jump in? Do I say something?
Like, he went from watching to like twitching to like, ooh. Because like every universe so far, it hasn't been as bad as this. Like, this got pretty bad, because we got the Captain Carter, she did her thing, saved the day, whoop whoop, da da da.
Yeah.
We got the
Black Panther.
T'Challa.
Fine.
You know,
I guess
it
Loki was the
cool.
worst so far, but
Yeah, Loki. I mean, the Avengers getting like all taken out. That was a pretty big deal. I mean, the Watcher could have said something about that. He didn't care about that as much as he cared about this. He was just like, damn. And he was watching. He was
That
sitting there.
sucks.
He was sitting there watching like, damn, all y'all getting took it out. Like, come on, Watcher, bro. Like, I understand your job, but bro, like, I feel bad for these universes, man. I'm not gonna lie.
they got a referee not doing nothing.
Like, I know we got the sacred timeline and, you know, everything is all good and stuff, but, like, for these other universes, I feel bad for them, man. Like, the universe without the Avengers and Loki just running over, I feel bad. This universe that Doctor Strange just fucked up and said, you know what? Everybody gotta go because I'm trying to bring my love back. Like, man. And I kind of honestly like how this show shows, like, you know, our heroes aren't perfect. You know, even with Hank Pym tweaking out, like we was like mad about that and talking about that on the last reaction video, but he's human.
Yeah.
Like,
at the end of the day.
A lot of these people are operating off the loss of something, you know.
Yeah. Grief.
So it's been really interesting to see that so far.
You know what's interesting is I was thinking about it for whatever reason during this episode. This is kind of this and like WandaVision, like these types of things are kind of the reason that I can't think of his name right now. I was at Thunderbolt Ross was trying to put into place the Sokovia Accords to keep things like this from happening. So I mean, does this change your perspective on that? Looking back at this now, knowing like, oh shit, like it was a bigger deal with the multiverse and timelines and whatnot else, like, because at the time of that movie when the Sokovia Accords were first put in place, I was like, man, you're trying to like, you know, put laws on Avengers, like they're just like doing their best.
It's like you're trying to put a leash on the Avengers.
Yeah, and it's like those are, you know, they're trying to do their best, they're saving the world. How do you put like a leash on that, you know? But I mean, what are your thoughts on that now, like looking back at it?
I mean, well, in this universe, General Ross and none of these dudes exist because, I mean, like in certain universes, like the Sokovia Accords ain't gonna exist. So with the universe that's in episode 3, all the Avengers dead, so it's like.
That's true. It never
happened. And Loki is running things now, so like, who is General Ross to Loki?
That's true.
Like, so Loki's like, you know, shut the hell up. like
Neil.
Shut the hell up. In this universe, Strange pretty much killed everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's like,
that's true.
He's literally in this universe alone, just him and Kang. Is Kang even there? Kang gotta be there. I don't know. Kang. So according to like, I guess how everything's supposed to go down, Kang is in every universe pulling the strings.
Really? Some version of Kang?
Some version of Kang. Just because he's a time traveler and he's like he's seen everything that's happened and how it's supposed to happen. So but I don't know how in this I don't think, you know, it would be cool if Kang popped up in one of these what ifs.
Ooh.
But I think it would kind of mess things up. You know why? Because like we don't know what the other Kang's agendas is first.
That's true.
I feel like we would have to see like what they up to first. And we also know that this season of What If is based off of like all the movies and stuff that's already done. I forgot what phase, but yeah.
I think I agree with John. The TVA is about to prune all this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
John said, look like he stole some of them animals from all kind of places like Wakanda. Bruh, he was in space. He was in another dimension bringing these demons out, bro. Like, god damn. But back to this episode, man. It was really interesting to see like people, like they wasn't getting snapped away. It looked like they was just getting their souls like just drained away from them, like. And it was really interesting for me to see the episode like just progress, because like, man, I'm not gonna lie, you can watch these shows sometimes and you can kind of predict where it's gonna go. Yeah. So like when, you know, the good Doctor Strange when it gets the bad Doctor Strange, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a cool fight, and then, you know, our good Strange is gonna win. Hell no! That did not happen at all. Oh my god. I just want to say, the battle between both Doctor Stranges was like the best like fight scene animation I've seen in a long time. That was epic as hell.
Yeah, Marvel did their thing with this episode.
Oh my god, they went crazy for this battle, Strange versus Strange, man. And we gotta see this in Multiverse of Madness. We gotta see like a movie version of this, man, because they definitely did that thing with this fight scene. And when the Dark Strange absorbed the regular Strange,
Ooh.
my mouth was
Right?
complete mouth drop. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Oh my god, man, that was crazy. That was great. What were your thoughts just about the whole them seeing each other and like the battle and stuff that went down? Like, what were your thoughts about that?
I feel like they did a really good job of it being like real life. Like you have two different sides of you when you're trying to either make like a big decision or like have like a you're at a crossroads in your life. And I feel like they just did a really good job. Obviously, this is like a multiverse version of that, but I mean, what you choose to do has consequences. You know, whether your intentions are pure or whatever else, like your choices have consequences, and they can end up hurting others. And I just think it's a really good animated analogy of that, if that makes sense. But
Yeah,
I mean, I thought it was badass the way that they just like came at each other, and he's trying to bargain and help himself understand why he should not be doing this. You know what I mean? It was a really interesting dynamic that they chose to do for this whole episode, and I loved it. I love what Marvel did with this episode. I think it was great. And then the fight scene,
Oh my god.
on top of everything else, like it blew me away. I really like this episode.
Yeah, it was really great. Really, really great. John says, when the capes started chasing each other, you started dying. Yeah, the cape versus cape scene. Oh my god. Marvel did their thing with this episode, man. Like, they really did. Like, I'm honestly almost want to say it's probably one of my favorites so far, man, because like it caught me off guard. You guys know your boy Shef Willie, man. He never gets caught off guard, you know. But this episode, like, kind of going into it, you kind of seen the previews and trailers and stuff like that, but still, like,
Yeah.
I had no idea what was gonna go on, and I just loved the effects and like just the animation. It was just like really beautiful, man. And it was kind of, I was sad at the end.
Right.
I was really sad at the end of this episode when he was really looking back like, damn, like, you know, I still couldn't save her. And the part when like he absorbed the good Doctor Strange and he was just a monster.
Yeah.
And she couldn't even recognize him. Oh my god. That was just like the biggest like slap in the face. Like, dang, I really did all this for nothing. Really did all this for nothing.
Yeah. She's afraid of him, and then the world's still ending, and then he tries to hold it together at the end, and it still collapses on him. It was sad. It evoked a lot of emotions throughout the whole episode, and then at the end too. That's what I'm saying. I think it did a great job with the episode, and this is the first time I actually really paid attention to the music, and I was telling you that at the end of it too. Like, the music was just perfect for it.
Yeah.
They just did a really good job scoring the episode, telling the story, the characters, the animation. I just think it's. I mean, I love the Black Panther episode, of course, but this is definitely up there for probably my second favorite so far.
Yeah. It's definitely. I definitely gotta say, it's my second favorite. I know episode 3 was kind of a letdown for you just because of the end. But I want to say I kind of like I know how to, like, I understand like this is all gonna connect sooner or later, but I really like the different like approaches they're going with each episode, because each episode has literally been so different from like the last.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the last episode was like a mystery, kind of you trying to figure out who's the killer kind of thing. The second episode was kind of like fun, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, Black Panther. First episode was a Captain America rerun. But this was like completely like different. It told some of the events of the first movie, but it kind of like went like a step further, you know.
It felt like a mini Marvel movie.
It really did.
Yeah, like it felt like a movie the entire time.
It really did. Like, this was really great. John says, ain't the Watcher breaking his own rules? I mean, I think he kind of was, but at the point when he broke the rules, where so the Watcher says he can't intervene, like he can't do anything. He kind of did intervene, but I think he already knew like everything was like it was a wrap. So I feel like he intervenes when it's like, all right, yep. So you're dead anyway. Nothing's gonna happen. So I'm just let you know that I've been seeing the whole thing, and you're screwed, man. You should know better, Doctor Strange.
Just makes it worse.
I just want to add insult to injury there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch these other universes, but you're fucked. So just stay here. That's pretty much what he told him.
Damn.
But I really love that. Like I ain't gonna lie. I think that alone gave the episode an extra boost for me. Like
Really?
just to see the watcher like actually talking to like the character that's actually in it and like saying like, bro, you know the rules. Like, what you asking me for?
Big deal.
Yeah. He's like, what are you asking me for? You know what you did, man. Like, come on now. He pretty much was like, you know better.
It's kind of like a parent.
Yeah, the watcher was Doctor Strange's parent, man. He was telling him like, bro, you knew way better than this. Come on now.
I raised you better.
Come on, man. John said, so did this universe end? I mean, we don't know. I mean, from the looks of it did. But what we do know is this isn't the end of this Doctor Strange. Because we still got like images and like previews of like him meeting Captain Carter or whatever. And we still like, you know what's really interesting to me?
True.
Like, we're 4 episodes in and we still haven't even got a hint of like who's the big bad like throughout the whole season. Like, we still been getting like episodes like that are just kind of individual.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking they're doing like the Marvel thing, like when they first started, where they gave us, you know, all the individual heroes, like movies, episodes or whatever, and then by like 5 or 6, that's when we get like the team ups.
People start matching.
Yeah, I really think that's what's going on, because like the only person I think we haven't seen so far is probably the Thor.
And Gamora.
Thor and Gamora. Yeah, Thor and Gamora. I think are the only people we haven't seen that are supposed to be in like the new Avengers or whatever, the multiverse Avengers or whatever you want to call them. So I'm kind of curious to see how like they're gonna tie. I really want to know how they're gonna tie all this in. I really want to know how they go tie all this in, because like so far like this Doctor Strange is OP as hell. Episode 3, we didn't really get any new characters. Everybody died, huh? So, wow. So we got Doctor Strange. We only got Chadwick, T'Challa.
Yeah.
And we got Captain Carter. So right now, I mean, I wouldn't even put his ass on the Avengers, man. Like, after what he just did, Doctor Strange, your ass you do not get an invite to the Avengers cookout, bro. Like, you literally, like, you did worse than Thanos.
Yeah.
At least Thanos gave us half the population. Your ass killed everybody. God damn.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I'm really interested to see when this team up is gonna happen, and like, I want to know how this villain is gonna be bigger and like harder to face than Doctor Strange, because like you can consider him a villain, you know, like
In this?
by the stuff that he did. So
Yeah.
I want to see who the threat is. Because if Doctor Strange doing all this crazy stuff, like, I can't imagine, like, the threat being stronger than him. Or
Mephisto.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
spoil
it's
it.
Mephisto, yeah. Mephisto showed up at the end of this episode, guys, if you guys didn't see it. But, yeah, the end of the episode really shows him just in a little prism of
Agony.
just agony. And he, like, the ending was so sad. This is probably the saddest endings I've ever seen in my life, man. Like, because it just...
You're watching her, like, I don't know, this is kind of, well, obviously it's a little different, but it's the equivalent of when Spider-Man, when Iron Man's holding him and he's like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark, and like starts to disappear. That was like sad for me, but then I was like, you know, of course. Yeah. This is just like a different kind of sad. It's, it just tugged at the heartstrings, and it's like, does he exist there for eternity in that sphere by himself? And that's why we still see him later on in the episodes? I'm curious. There's so many questions I have. Yeah.
We don't know. We gotta see what happens next.
God.
John said they could probably fight a Celestial. So what I'm hearing, bro, the villain is like Ultron and Vision, like an Ultron and Vision hybrid is gonna get all the stones, and I don't know. We'll see. We just gotta wait. We never know what to expect with this What If. But I honestly think they conveniently dropped this episode at the right time, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
Marvel, thank you for finally listening to Shef and like, tying all this stuff in with the movies and like kind of getting us all hyped and ready. Because like the Spider-Man trailer dropped on Monday? Mm-hmm. And people were already wondering like what the hell is going on with Doctor Strange. Like he looks sus, like all this stuff here and there, blah 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 blah. Now we see a Doctor Strange that's like, he's off the rails, but this is a Doctor Strange in a different universe that's like really powerful. And he's went through a lot of different things. So like now they've opened the doors for us to see like a different version of Doctor Strange, because like so many people on the internet assume like, man, Doctor Strange can do anything. He's so smart. He's the baddest. Like, he has no flaws. Like he knew like. This kind of shows you he still has his flaws, even though this is in the past and like the Doctor Strange that we have is like further ahead. He still got some stuff that he got to battle. He's not just this all powerful, just God. He's like he's human.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like he might be traumatized like by the snap, just like everybody else was. Man, we don't know. We just gotta wait and see what's going on.
That's true.
John says they should have the Watcher wear glasses in the finale. Man, they should have the Watcher just turn around. Like, what is this? Like, is he just there to watch?
Yes.
Like, just watch and talk shit? Like when something bad happens?
Narrate the entire episode talking
just,
shit.
so this is when Doctor Strange fucked up. And then I told him he fucked up.
He's like the Stephen A. Smith of the universe.
Yeah.
Just in there talking shit.
They need to have Watchers, like, commentate, like, after every episode. Like, yep. Yeah.
In this part of the episode, here's what I would have done. But, I can't because I'm a watcher.
Here's what I would have done better.
Yeah.
Instead. Oh my God. John says, y'all think the multiverse is a good thing or bad thing? I'm gonna give my answer, then I'm gonna ask you for your answer, or Miss M. So I'm gonna go with both. I think it's a good and a bad thing. All right. I'm gonna start off with why I think it's a bad thing, a horrible thing, horrible idea. You got these casual, Marvel comic book moviegoers and stuff like that just wanna like, go check out a movie, like watch a show, and just like, just see what's going on, just to be like cool and hip because everybody's talking about it and stuff like that. But if you're casual, I guarantee you will not understand what the hell the multiverse is and like all this other stuff that's going on. Unless they really explain it in these movies coming out, you will not understand like, yo, didn't Loki get snapped? Didn't Loki get choked out by Thanos? Why is he still alive? They'd be like, didn't this happen? Like, why? It's gonna be like a lot of why? And it's cause you don't know, cause you're a casual. But the multiverse, it's a confusing concept to people that's not really following like what's going on. So that's the only reason why I say it's a bad thing. I say it's a good thing because Marvel is literally playing chess while everybody's playing checkers. Marvel has literally like made this multiverse thing into a way where you can like canonize every single movie that's come out, whether they were like a Marvel Studios movie or like a Sony movie or like a Fox movie or like a Universal movie. Like they've smartly, like, give that guy a raise. Whoever thought of that idea and was like, yo, let's just start this whole multiverse thing. That way we can bring in Fox's X-Men. We can say Sony's Spider-Man has always been along. They're just in a different universe. Like, that is so smart as heck. That is so smart. Because going forward within the next 5 years, when this whole multiverse thing is all expanded and going super crazy, people are gonna look at Marvel as like the main thing to watch.
Yeah.
Because like Marvel has established like, okay, this is the main timeline and everything that happened. Everything else, including these Fox movies, these Sony movies and stuff like that, these are just
variants. Yeah,
these are just variants and multiverse stories, that's happening in a different universe. So I will say it's a good thing and a bad thing just because of that. Like, bad thing because it can get too complicated for the average, moviegoer or person that just wants to watch a comic book show. But a great thing for Marvel because they've established themselves as like the GOATs that they are. And everything else is like secondary. So, what do you think?
I think you took the words right out of my mouth.
I usually do that.
Yeah, you kind of do. I mean, because damn, like I feel like I've caught up with a good amount of, or most of it. I've probably seen, I think, 90% of all Marvel content. There's still a few movies I'm missing here and there, and I still feel like watching these. I'm looking to you. I'm like, okay, so explain this part. Like, I'm missing this. How does this part tie in? Like, there's still things I'm trying to catch up on. So, like you're saying, for the regular fan who just wants to like go enjoy a Marvel movie, I mean, it's confusing, you know. It's us sitting here having to like dissect everything and really understand things, and even watching like, you know, all these Emergency Awesome and all of their explainer videos. Those really help to explain it. I guarantee not every fan is doing that though.
Yeah.
I never used to do that for the movies until, you know, we started watching them. So it's like it is making it difficult, I think, for fans to, if you're not a super Marvel fan, you might get lost or you might not understand everything. And I don't know going forward if that's even gonna be appealing to people, because it's like, oh, I'm so behind on it anyway, so it's like, why bother, you know? Because it's one thing to be behind on like not seeing the Thor episodes, it's another thing to not see Loki and understand why there's multiverses and timelines and all of that even going on, because that'd be confusing as hell.
Yeah.
To try to watch like the Spider-Man movie and not understand why all of it's happening the way that it is, that'd be confusing as hell. So like I said, that's a reason I'm not a big fan of the multiverses, but I do think it's cool. I think it's nothing but good things for Marvel, as long as they can continue to do amazing things with it and amazing stories and concepts and whatnot. I mean, it's limitless. The possibilities are endless for those types of stories that they can do and the types of content they can produce. And I mean, they're literally doing cartoons on, well, what if this happened? Well, what if that happened?
Yeah.
Just because they can now explain, oh, it's a multiverse. It's a alternate timeline.
Yeah.
It's genius. It's like you said, whoever thought of that or came up with the idea, whether that was Kevin Feige or whoever, genius. Yeah. Pure genius. It's just a concept that I don't think's ever been introduced in that way, and I think it's brilliant. It's the Star Wars of our generation. You know how everybody was obsessed with Star Wars back in the day? Yeah. Everybody loves Marvel now. Yeah. You know?
The one thing I am afraid of is that so we did have, so when the first Marvel movies and everything was like coming out, each movie had, you know, its villain, bad guy, blah 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 blah, you know, stuff like that. But I think it wasn't until Avengers we didn't know who was like the big bad, and we found out that was Thanos. We've kind of found out early who's gonna be like the big bad going forward. I don't know, to be honest with you. Like, we could think Kang is like the big bad moving forward in the Marvel universe, but like, maybe honestly, like after all these shows and stuff that's come out, like each show, like, so WandaVision per se, right? WandaVision could have its own like big villain. Like Wanda could be the villain.
Strange could be a villain.
Strange could be a villain. You know, like Loki, you know, he changed his ways and a new villain showed up, unleashed all the Kangs throughout the universe.
Yeah, you know, happens.
And we hadn't even talked about the grounded shows like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
What the hell is Val doing?
Shit.
Like, you see how many? So like, there are a lot of loose ends right now, you know, going on in the Marvel universe. A lot of loose ends. Man. And just like how I said, like, in phase 1 and all this stuff, like, every movie had its villain and stuff like that, but Thanos was like the
overarching,
like who they were preparing for. I honestly don't know who like is like the hierarchy behind like everybody, because like each thing is like kind of separate, but it's not. Like, we know Marvel and they're gonna connect all this stuff together, but it's like, can they really connect all this stuff together?
Do you doubt Marvel?
I don't know, man. I don't doubt them, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how you tie in all these villains together at this point. I mean, I know they can and I know they will, but you got somebody like Val, like, pretty much building the new Avengers, just like an evil team of Avengers. How does that fit in with Wanda doing what she doing, Doctor Strange doing what he doing, possessing goldfish and just going crazy. Like who's the real villain? Like, I feel like we kind of like, I'm kind of feeling like we getting introduced to like too many people at once.
Really?
Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm curious as hell, but I just don't know, like, and maybe after we watch Shang-Chi Friday, we kind of get a clear. Man, Val show up in Shang-Chi, it's over, bro. If Val shows up in the post-credits of Shang-Chi, it's over, bro. I'm gonna be so confused. I'm gonna be so convinced that Val's pulling all the strings. Forget Kang, forget Wanda and Doctor Strange. Val is the one that got all the intel and information and know where to be at all times. Cause she is on it. That girl is working.
She needs a raise.
She is working. So I don't know. I don't even know how you make a Captain America 4 movie with all this other stuff going on in the back.
That's true. That's a whole lot of... Wow.
Like, that's why I'm really afraid for Marvel. I'm really afraid because, like, they have so much ground to cover with all this other intergalactic, like, craziness going on. So, that's my only concern about Marvel moving forward. Do I trust them? Hell yeah. I like, they had a whole year and some change to prepare, but I don't know. I don't know how they do it, to be honest with you. Like, just to be in a drawing board and just say, okay, we got this show, this movie, this movie, but everything is gonna line up to this. So I need each individual director, like whatever what you create, we need. Like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know, but it's amazing to sit here and watch it and discuss it.
It is. It really is. I feel like it would get overwhelming. It's almost like when you explained it like that, I was like, damn, this is kind of overwhelming. There's a lot of different things going on, a lot of different like storylines, a lot of different characters. I mean, it is a lot that they're going to tie in. It's just, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be fun to see. And we're going to be here, you know, for every movie, every show. Mm-hmm. But damn, it is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, like, cause like we've just been watching like just this year of movies and everything that's played out, like, and Black Widow doesn't really count. Like, they released their movie, it was great, we watched it and whatnot, but everything else that we watched this year, I'm kind of, it's kind of funny because like I'm kind of at the same place I was like starting WandaVision. Lost as hell. Because like I didn't even mention Ship of the Thesaurus Vision out on the loose. Where the hell is his ass at? Like I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like with all these like, you know, loose ends, like it'll be great to like close some of them, but you know it's Marvel, so you gotta have post credits and like. But it's like, like with all these loose ends, like, do we really expect to like finish them all? I don't know. I don't know. Especially with some of these characters not even having movies. Well, we know WandaVision is gonna be in Doctor Strange, but I mean not WandaVision. We know Wanda is gonna be in Doctor Strange, but it's like it's a Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
Do we get to finish Wanda's story? Do we get? I mean, Loki's renewed for season 2, but Loki's gonna be in Doctor Strange. Do we get to finish? I mean, like, I don't know. I just hope, I really just hope that, you know, Marvel don't get too ahead of themselves, because I think they're changing directions with like a new owner. I forgot. I think Bob Iger or something is gone, and he just stepped down because he was like, yeah, I did everything. So with this new direction, man, I mean, Marvel ain't got no competition right now. DC still sucks. I mean, let's keep it real. They got a few good movies, but they're not on the pace. They're not on the pace that Marvel is on, like as far as like, you know, storytelling and stuff like that, and like just the stuff that they have out. Not saying DC sucks. I know I just did. They've had a few bangers coming out lately. I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't know. I mean, I trust them, but just at this point, I'm really like lost and confused. You know.
Me too. And I feel like there's a lot going on, and Marvel has done such a good job up until this point that I hope stuff doesn't just start coming off the rails.
Yeah.
Just because there's so many different things going on, and they just, I don't want them to get lazy and not tie things in or not close out stories or just kind of be like, oh yeah, well, let's just skip over that, you know, that fact or that whatever, that storyline or whatever else. I don't want stuff like that to happen because I feel like in the beginning the Marvel movies were a little shaky, you know, like with the Mandarin and, you know, Iron Man, like stuff like that was kind of like misses. But for the most part, Marvel doesn't really miss.
Yeah, they don't.
And I'm kind of scared that they might at some point with one of the movies, one of the maybe not one of the shows, but by not fully giving WandaVision the entirety of, you know, their dedication to it, it kind of fell short a little bit. You know, Doctor Strange was supposed to be in there, and some of the commercials were confusing, and you didn't understand it until after it was explained. And I feel like stuff, if you can't understand it the first go around and it has to be explained to you, that's when it's starting to get a little complicated. You know, because I mean, the Iron Man movies, nobody needed to explain those to me. I understood how everything worked. Yeah. I understood how it all tied into Avengers. It was straightforward. It was simple. Now you're introducing all these shows, these multiverses, these timelines, and I just feel like that's where it gets
tricky.
Yeah, the waters get a little murky, and it's just kind of hard to make sure that, especially if, like you said, there's people stepping down or, you know, new people coming into the role, that if they don't remember to tie up this loose end from this story, people are going to notice, you know, and it just makes you look bad. So that's my opinion on it.
I'm saying this now because it's like we're going to get introduced to like a flurry of new characters moving forward.
Yeah.
And it's like people want Captain Han back already. They want Agatha back. Yeah. They want her back. So it's like with all these new characters we getting introduced to, like, are we gonna have enough room, Marvel, to like fit them in the movies?
Yeah, you're bringing in a lot of good characters. I mean, you have like the Owen Wilsons. Everybody loves him. You know, he's not a main character, but everybody's like, ooh, the jet ski. If you don't pay that jet ski off one day,
come on, Marvel.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of thing. Like, there's little details, but if you don't pay that off...
We're moving to DC.
Yeah.
That happens. We're covering DC.
Right? I think I have to watch Justice League after all.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch Justice League. Let's get into the chat. I see the chat going crazy. John says, y'all think we'll get a post-credit scene for the next big bad in Shang-Chi, considering that it's the beginning of a new era? So people have low-key been spoiling Shang-Chi. I'm gonna kind of spoil it right here, right now. But I think by the end of Shang-Chi, we're gonna see where he fits in to like everything that's going on. Cause Shang-Chi is like standalone, so I'm guessing nobody appears in the movie other than like Wong and Abomination. But I think we're gonna know where he stands.
Yeah.
But it's just like even with that, we get introduced to Shang-Chi. Like, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like we already got enough characters for like an Avengers team, honestly.
Yeah, really.
But we're getting introduced to a whole new starting like roster and lineup. So I mean, we just gotta see, really. We just gotta see. John said I'm kind of lost with the Loki stuff. Don't worry, bro. We all are, including Sims here. Prayer, what's good? What's good, Prayer? Pew Dela Cruz says, sup, is episode 4 out? Yes, it is. Sorry we're spoiling it for you, but go watch it and then come back here. John says Suicide Squad was a fun movie. I've heard. It's been getting a lot of good praise reviews. We gotta check it out. We gotta check it out and watch it. Says it's a little repetitive though. We go check it out. James Gunn directed it, so yeah. We definitely gotta check it out. Prayer says, are you still going to stream or make 2K videos? I streamed today, Prayer, and I dropped the 2K video today, so of course. You know I always gotta go back to my roots. John said, I'm glad Marvel is finally giving us the real Mandarin on Shang-Chi.
Seriously?
Yeah, a lot of people were complaining about that, and Marvel was, y'all want the real Mandarin? Okay, we're gonna give you the real Mandarin in Shang-Chi, goddammit. So yeah. Prayer said, you good? Awesome. Appreciate you for pulling up. But yeah, man, I'm just hoping Marvel don't get us too lost, man, because like we got a lot of characters being introduced, and it's like the way we got introduced to these other characters were like in the movies, like they were kind of big characters.
Yeah.
You know, Ant-Man. You know, Thor.
Yeah.
Captain America.
They had their own movies.
You know. Iron Man, Hulk, big characters. All these new characters, they not really big characters, but they gonna be big characters like moving forward. Like the new Black Widow. I forgot her name. Yelena Below. Yellow Below, whatever her name is.
Yelena.
She's supposed to be the new Black Widow. Like, I just think like, I mean, we're gonna see her in the Hawkeye series, so I guess it's gonna build her up a little bit more. But it's like, I just feel like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if you can replace the chemistry of the old team. I'm kind of like getting antsy, man, cause like the old team like was just classic. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, just them four just in the room, just like I don't know if you can replace that with anybody, man. I don't know.
Iron Man alone, it's like, how do you replace that personality?
Yeah, who fills these shoes for the new Avengers? I don't know. Cause to be honest, I haven't seen nobody yet.
I love Anthony Mackie too, but
I love him, but
yeah, I don't know. That's a good point.
Who's gonna fill in for the Avengers, man? Tell us. We don't know. It ain't Captain Marvel. She not cutting it. No. She always want to show up at the last minute when everything is over. Like, yo, what happened?
She's like the cop.
Yo, where everybody at?
Did I miss anything?
Yo, I made it. What's up?
It's a long time to travel from space. Okay?
Way to show up after everything's over, Captain Marvel. Once again. Jesus.
Oh, God.
But I'm hoping these what ifs, man. Back to the topic. I'm hoping these what ifs really tie in and like, I don't even know if they go like, at this point, I don't think we'll get the answers to the cliffhangers at the end of those episodes.
Really?
Nah, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, we might, because they got to team up and stuff like that, but episode 1 was kind of a cliffhanger, kind of. She teleported into the future. Episode 2 was Ego going to pick up Quill.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see that payoff.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I don't know. Who knows?
Huh.
What if this had a episode? That's gonna be the next one. Well, if the post credit was a full episode, that's gonna be the what if. But episode 3 had Captain Marvel ass showing up right when everything was over.
Yeah.
So I guess she was supposed to take out Loki, but we don't know. In this episode 4, there was no post credit or anything. He was just in the damn prison by himself. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know if they're gonna like pay off some of those endings, but I mean, we'll see as the weeks go on. We'll see. John says, so every episode is in another universe? Yes. Every episode is in a different universe, and one small thing changes and sets off everything, I guess. Other than, I think it was the 3rd episode, like nothing changed. Fucking Hank was just mad, or
the Avengers all died.
No, but like what caused that to happen though?
What's her name's death? The daughter.
So she just died randomly.
Well, she died on a mission that was.
See, that's the problem, Marvel. Like they could have showed us that.
It wouldn't have hurt, yeah.
Like they could have showed us that, like just a mission, and you know something happened, and then but from a storytelling like standpoint, it wouldn't like it would ruin the surprise. But it's like, come on, Marvel. Like if you go throw us a what if, like come on out. Like
yeah, do the full detail. Like
come on, Marvel. Y'all know better than that. Come on, man. But yeah, but I've been enjoying the series so far. Episode 5. They definitely got to give us the Spider-Man episode after this, after all this Spider-Man craze. But yeah, I'm really excited for everything that's coming out. I'm loving dissecting this every week, talking about it. We're all talking about it. We're all staying up late watching it, and it's just incredible. It's really incredible. This episode by far was the saddest. I haven't been this sad after watching Marvel in a long time. I was like, damn. He really fucked this shit up, huh? That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, like I mean, cause like I assumed, I really thought, I was like, Doctor Strange is gonna be everything's gonna be fine. Yeah. Hell no. Yeah. I was like, what?
Not only did he lose the love of his life, he lost the universe.
Yeah, you like, damn,
day.
Steven? I can't even call you Doctor Strange no more. I gotta remove that title. You're Steven. You're dumbass Steven. For that.
Dumbass Steven.
You're dumbass Steven, bro. Remove that Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme title, bro.
Nope.
You just annihilated everybody. And the Watcher roasted your ass. That's how you know. That's how you know you messed up. When the Watcher watching ass open his mouth and start talking to you, that's when you know you fucked up.
Yeah, you dumb.
That's when you know you messed up, Steven. God damn. And he was one of my favorites, but after this, I'm like, God, man. But hopefully he still got time to redeem himself. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, this series isn't over yet, but I'm not gonna lie. Like before the What Ifs came out, I was like lukewarm. But what if I finish my damn sentence?
Yeah. That'd be nice.
But I am looking forward to like the season 2 already, just because like, I mean, seeing the reactions and just like the build-ups from these, like I think they're definitely gonna be like, ooh, now what if we, they're gonna really mix it up, especially like with all this new stuff coming out. Like they're gonna have a huge canvas to choose from. Like, what if this? What if
Yeah, that's
like,
gonna be fun.
That's gonna be like very, very interesting moving forward. Cool. But yeah, what would you rate the episode overall? What would you give it?
9.
You give it a 9.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did I give Black Panther? Do you remember? Was that a 9 too?
I think you gave it a 9.
Yeah, it's right up there for me, honestly. I mean, Chadwick, like, that's just iconic, So that's always gonna be number 1 for me. I feel like unless they do like a really amazing another dramatic episode of something, that's just probably gonna be my favorite one all season. But this Doctor Strange one was really good to me too. Like, it's definitely my number 2, and I don't know if they'll come up with another one that can take my number 2 spot, but. It was good. There was all the emotion. It was all the drama and the action. Like, it was like a mini Avengers movie, a mini Marvel movie. So I loved it. Had all the elements for me. What do you give it?
I mean, I'm not one that gets his socks off blown away easily, but this blew my fucking socks off. I'm not gonna lie. Just the whole battle, Strange versus Strange, and just the ending, it was a twist. I feel like M. Night directed this episode, man. He was like, but what if Doctor Strange actually lost and he lost half the universe? And people were like, okay, but then like, he eventually saves it. He's like, no. And he's like, oh.
And the Watcher tells you how much you messed up.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. M. Night definitely has something to do with this episode of Loki. I mean, not Loki. What If? But I'm gonna give it a 9 too. I'm gonna give it a 9. It was definitely my second favorite because I love the Chadwick episode. Like, that's so far number 1 to me. I'll put episode 3 number 3, then episode 1 at number 4. But I really enjoyed this episode. And it just really, I think it's really like I feel like we'll get a lot of theories moving forward with this Doctor Strange, because I feel like now a lot of people are gonna try to tie this Doctor Strange with the one that's in Spider-Man. Because I mean, technically, in that Spider-Man, like, this Doctor Strange exists. He's just in a different universe. So if he got like switched or he just went to a different universe.
Damn, that's true.
That could be that Doctor Strange. That's the cool thing about these what ifs. Like, it opens the portal for like these animated characters to like show up as different.
In real
like,
life.
yeah,
That's true.
that is really crazy with this whole multiverse thing that's going on. So,
what are they talking about? It being like maybe 2.5 hours long.
Spider-Man?
The new Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, 2 hours and 30 minutes.
They better use some of that shit to explain all of that.
Make
like
it
you were
3
saying.
hours.
Might as well. I'd sit there.
It's the most viewed trailer of all time. Like,
if Justice League could sit there for 4 hours and people are gonna watch it, you can make a 3-hour
Jesus.
Spider-Man.
Jesus, come
Especially
on.
because they're losing him, right? Sony's taking him back. Spider-Man.
Let's speculate right now, but it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, they'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying. Go big or go home.
Welcome back, Prayer. But yeah, this was definitely one of my top episodes so far. I honestly feel like it didn't have a lot of hype going into it. Like I feel like it wasn't even really promoted, like crazy. But
is Marvel intentionally doing that these days? Because I feel like the same thing happened with Shang-Chi. But everybody else is like, oh my god, this movie's amazing, this movie's amazing. But their promotion, their marketing was kind of like under the radar. Even with this, remember I asked you, I was like, are they purposely timing dropping the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer right before the Doctor Strange episode? And it's like, did they do it coincidentally? I mean, I think they plan everything out. It just didn't feel hyped like it could have been or should have been. I don't know.
I feel like with Marvel, man, I feel like for the longest, ever since, I won't say ever since Endgame, because they were promoting the shit out of Loki. Loki got promoted like it was, oh my god. Yeah. Loki got, man.
He was in car commercials.
Oh my god. I'm walking down the street, I see Loki on a milk carton or like a bus. I'm like, I cannot, like, is Loki in my universe? I see this guy everywhere. He's on billboards. Like, Jesus Christ. But, yeah, I haven't seen much promo for What If, I'm not gonna lie. But I honestly feel like Marvel is like using us to promote everything, man. Because they know they're gonna drop stuff and they know we're gonna talk about it. So it's kind of like free promotion. So they can continue doing their thing by just making these high fantasy quality trailers that they release every 2 weeks. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna review it. We're gonna react to it. So they're just like, all right. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much how they is. That's literally how they is. Unless it's a super big movie coming out, but we're gonna see Shang-Chi this weekend. From what we've heard, it's been like one of the greatest Marvel movies that's coming out. But y'all know I gotta see it first and give it that raw, real review. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be getting paid under the table to say certain things. But y'all know I keep it real, and I'm gonna let y'all know my honest reaction to Shang-Chi when we see it Thursday, not Friday. I said Friday again. But yeah. Are you excited for Shang-Chi on Thursday?
I am. I mean, the hype surrounding it, everybody's saying it's amazing, so I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to have a good time.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I've been seeing Shang-Chi in like the trailers. Like, I'm like, I'm still going to watch it. But another movie that I'm not really excited about, that I kind of said I was excited about on one of the old reaction streams, is Eternals. Honestly, I'm not that excited.
Why would I even tell you the same thing? Is that my hype has just kind of gotten unhyped about it.
You know what? I feel like this is where Marvel fucked up. They should have released Eternals last year. Well, they couldn't because of the movies and stuff like that in the pandemic. Because I feel like the Eternals is in the wrong spot to be released right now.
Well, you're talking about all this future shit and timelines and multiverses, and then you're gonna go all the way back to the beginning of like everything. I mean,
that's what I said.
Unless it somehow answers all of the questions that we're still questioning now, which maybe it will, but I don't know. I think it's just a lot to introduce at once. Because now you're going to bring in Celestials and how those work and how there's one in this planet that's been living here and like 7 days, the whole week thing. Like, I don't know. There's just a whole lot of separate things going on with Eternals that I'm just like, man, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around Loki and multiverse and all of this. Yeah. And you want to throw that at me too? Like, you want to give me a history lesson while I'm at it? Yeah. While I'm trying to figure out this future shit? Yeah. So. I
just feel like Eternals is out of place to be released this year.
It is. If I thought Black Widow was down.
Yeah. Only because, like, just like you said, Shang-Chi's coming out. That's like the new action, star Avenger type guy. Then you got Eternals. These motherfuckers are Watcher Juniors. They've been watching stuff too. Back in the past, and then you got No Way Home and Doctor Strange. Like, that's just a complete super time jump. Like, not a super time jump, but it's just like,
it's a lot.
I feel like Eternals is out of place. Like, nobody's excited. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but people want Spider-Man. Like, people, like, after Shang-Chi, people see Spider-Man as like the next movie to come out. Like, man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
You kind of forget Eternals is like in between Shang-Chi and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like they kind of messed up. I mean, I feel like they probably didn't have any choice because you know how Marvel does. They they like to line their movies up to where like there's a post credit on this movie where you watch the next movie and like But I just feel like Eternals, like, it should have got released before like Loki. It should have got released. It should have got released before maybe Black Widow.
Yeah.
Or like after Black Widow.
Do you think they moved it higher up just because they were trying to test with Black Widow, like after the pandemic?
I think honestly, and I'm gonna keep it real, like Scarlett Johansson, get your money, get out, get that bag. But man, Black Widow should have just been on Disney Plus, man.
Yeah.
Because like honestly, Eternals should have took that spot where Marvel was testing the movies and stuff like that. Because Black Widow, it's not in the time like Black Widow is the oldest movie like of all of them.
Yeah.
Because this movie took place during Captain America Civil War or after Captain America Civil War.
Jeez,
that shit was like 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it?
3 or 4 now.
Like
yeah.
somewhere around there. Old as hell. That's what we're getting at. So they should have released that like a long time ago or put it on Disney Plus or something like that. But I don't know. I just feel like Eternals is just. I mean, we're gonna watch it. I'm not really super duper excited for it. Maybe it blows my socks off. Maybe it doesn't. But I just feel like just what everything is going, like what everybody's hyped about, like you kind of gotta just go with the wave, Marvel, and just get the people what they want. People want Spider-Man. They want Doctor Strange. They want Wanda. They want Loki. Nobody's screaming about Eternals right now.
Yeah.
Like, as great as a movie it might be, it's kind of like.
What if it's Marvel's biggest letdown? Like with all those stars, can you imagine?
That would be bad. I mean, it's kind of a good thing. It's like a gift and a curse. I feel like Eternals might be the Guardian of the Galaxy. The movie where nobody knew about it and then it came out and like just shocked everybody. It could be that.
Maybe, but it would be in a different way because Guardians at least had the potential to be fun, and it was.
But before going to Guardians and watching it, you didn't know what the hell you was going into.
Not at all. I knew it was going to be funny, though. I knew at least I can get some laughs out of it, and I knew at least I'd understand it.
Yeah.
Eternals, I'm like, there's a lot to take in. Like, you're gonna have to pay attention in Eternals.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a more serious movie. You're going to have to pay attention. There's going to be some history lessons.
Yeah.
And you guys better be paying attention, taking notes, because it's going to explain a lot of things. And John W. in the chat too, he said they should have put that before Infinity War or even after Captain America and Winter Soldier, like just to kind of ground it. I think would have been better, like you were saying, just to make it kind of tie in more, I guess, to understand. Because now even people are going back and like, well, isn't Thanos a Celestial? That would have helped to understand and explain before Infinity War. You didn't have to, I guess, but it would have helped. It would have been better timing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they did plan to release it right after Infinity War and just the pandemic happened,
I think they did. I think Eternals was originally supposed to be like the next movie after Endgame. But just the pandemic messed up everything. But even after that, I feel like they still should have. This is where Marvel messed up, right? Because technically we haven't seen a new Marvel movie other than Black Widow since Endgame.
Yeah.
So after Endgame, the first movie we should have seen was Eternals.
Yeah. Because
Eternals is a week after Endgame. Like it's after Thanos does everything.
Yeah, we should have seen that right after.
So we should have actually no. We seen Spider-Man after Endgame.
Far From Home?
Yeah.
Was released?
Yeah, it was right after Endgame.
Wow.
It was when Tony got snapped. Remember, he was all sad and stuff like.
You're right. It was
Tony.
Immediately after.
No Tony. But I feel like Eternals should have been released somewhere around then, bro. Like honestly, what do you guys think in the chat? But Eternals definitely should have got released way earlier because I'm not excited about it. Just because the year Marvel went without releasing movies would have been perfect to just drop Eternals.
On Disney Plus or in the theaters?
In theaters. I'm only saying this because we're so excited about all this other stuff that's coming out. So we don't got time to like put our energy and attention towards Eternals.
Yeah.
Like maybe in 2019, like a few months after Endgame, when we didn't know anything was gonna, we didn't know we had no idea what was gonna happen at the end, like Avengers Endgame. Like we didn't get a slate of shows or anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when they should have put out Eternals. Like, watch this, and then we'll reveal what we're gonna like.
It should have been, what was it? The Spider-Man movie that Christmas? That was the big, like, you know how every Christmas there's like a big movie.
Yeah.
What was it for Marvel? Because it should have been Eternals.
I want to say.
Was it the Spider-Man?
I want to say it was Spider-Man. What's
Okay.
going on, Antonio? What's up? Yeah, I want to say it was Spider-Man. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to say. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But regardless, we're still gonna watch Eternals and see it.
Yeah.
But we're excited for everything that Marvel's been putting out. Sims is excited. And we're just gonna be here reacting to everything. All these reviews and all the hype got me really excited to see Shang-Chi and see what the hype is about.
Right.
So yeah, I might do a quick out of the theater review. I don't know. You guys let me know if you want something like that. Omar says hello. Hello, Omar. But yeah, what is the next Disney Plus show? Is it Miss Marvel?
Oh, isn't it?
Oh my God, we
Hawkeye?
ain't even talked about them. See, Marvel got too much going on. I'm not gonna lie.
They really do.
Marvel got way too much stuff going on, but we trust them to tie in all this stuff and just keep us on track and whatnot. Appreciate the like, Omar. John said, John said, no, actually, Prayer says there's a new 2K21 mobile app or it's arcade. Nice. You gotta get 2K22 Prayer. You meant after Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, they should have dropped it then, John. Antonio says, what do you think of Shanghai Chi Marvel movie? I didn't say that. Antonio did. He said he meant Shang-Chi. Mac, we're actually going to go see it on Thursday. Tomorrow now. Tomorrow my time. We're going to go see Shang-Chi for the first time. We've been hearing nothing but good reviews and stuff about Shang-Chi, so we definitely. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that excited, but after hearing all these reviews, I'm like, all right, let the expert, let the Marvel expert himself go and watch this himself, and see what's really going on. But we're gonna go watch it. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch Eternals when that comes out, and also Spider-Man and Venom. I'm not even excited about the Venoms as I thought I would be, but everything's gonna be connected, so that makes me excited. But to be honest, I never heard of anything Shang-Chi related before the movie dropped, so that was like honestly, I didn't really know anything about some of these characters that they've introduced, but the MCU has made it to where like you're really interested in the characters when they come out. So, John said, you seen an image from Iron Man on the Shang-Chi trailer? Yo, they're really dragging this Iron Man thing out, huh?
Oh, it's the 10 rings. Remember the
Fuck.
Yeah.
Let Tony rest.
Right.
Let him rest in peace, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Robert Downey says he retired. He ain't coming back until he gets another big check.
Alternate timeline. Everybody can come back.
Yeah, anybody can come back, including Loki.
Mm-hmm. Hawkeye. You asked what the next show was. It's Hawkeye in November.
Oh, Hawkeye in November. See, I don't even know how they're gonna make a show like Hawkeye with all this stuff that's going on in the background.
Oh, like a grounded show, huh?
Yeah, like how do you make shows like that anymore in Marvel? With you saying that the multiverse is going astray and like random people are gonna start showing up and I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. I never thought of that. Could it be a different timeline? Just going back like the way, you know what I mean? Like it happened before all the Loki stuff happened?
In Hawkeye?
Yeah.
It could be. They
They'd
could
have to explain it.
They have to explain that. They would have to explain that. Antonio says, who would win the fight between Iron Man and Superman? Bro, Superman, duh. Come on, bro. Superman is like low-key invincible. Unless Iron Man came out with like a kryptonite suit or something.
Oh.
But Superman would probably, I don't know. Superman is like too OP. Omar says, what time does the episode premiere? So we're in the US. I don't know where you're at right now, but it premiered for us like 2 hours ago. Yeah. So check your Disney Plus to see if it's up right now, bro. John says, I can't wait for Hawkeye. Really? Really? Are you really excited for Hawkeye? I'm not gonna lie. I was not excited at all for Hawkeye until I seen the post credit of
Val.
Black Widow. I was like, no. No, Val, really? Why you set this girl up like that, man? That was messed up. How do Val know all this information too, man? That's what we really want to know.
You know what's interesting is I wonder if Marvel was listening to people and they're like, Hawkeye, whatever. Because he is kind of like an under the radar character. I never really cared about Hawkeye like that. So they're like, you know what? Let's just throw out Black Widow. We're releasing it. Let's just throw out a what's it called?
Yeah.
End credit. Let's see what happens. Everybody's like, oh shit, Hawkeye.
Yeah. I swear.
That's what happened for me. Shit.
I swear, I was not interested in Hawkeye until we seen the end of Black Widow.
Right?
I was like, oh, I was like, really? Now I gotta see how this play out.
Mm-hmm.
Now I gotta see it.
Right.
John says, I don't think it'll beat the other Disney shows, but Marvel will most likely prove me wrong. Facts, bro. That is facts. I've said that about a lot of stuff that, I've seen at first glance from Marvel, but then I should check it out, and I'm like, all right.
You said that for Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been sleeping on Shang-Chi. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I didn't even, the trailer for Shang-Chi came out, and like a month passed and I still didn't watch it. Like, we didn't even watch it. We was just like, oh yeah, Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
So we're sorry. We slept on Shang-Chi even when the trailer dropped. We was like,
Marvel slept on Shang-Chi. They didn't put the marketing out for it.
Marvel slept on his own product, so hey, can't blame us. John says, I want to see what they do with Yelena and Kate Bishop. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting dynamic. I'm looking forward to Hawkeye just for that. You said, Omar says, what time does the episode premiere? I'm from Mexico and always leaves at 12 or 1, but it hasn't left and it's 3:18. Bro, you gotta check to see if y'all still got Disney Plus in the house, because your mom might have canceled that and you might be seeing all the last of the old episodes. But it should be out everywhere right now.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. in Mexico.
Yeah, double check your Disney Plus account. Make sure it's still active, man. Or we watch the stream and we'll fill you in on what happened on the episode. But I mean, you could probably just take a nap, or if you're a super Marvel head, you're probably not gonna take a nap. And you can just wait, bro. It's a really great episode. We'll tell you that. It's worth waiting for. So yeah, definitely check out episode 4. Man. But we finna wrap up here. We got a crazy week ahead. This is a great episode. Great episode 4. I'm definitely looking forward to more episodes. Well, we got 5 more episodes after this. So Hawkeye comes out in December, right?
November.
It comes out in November.
Mm-hmm.
So if we got 5 more episodes of this, that means this will end in October.
Yes, beginning of October.
So we got a month period for Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Alright, so my one recommendation for Marvel is if we go drop these shows next year, can we at least get 2 shows back to back?
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like that's what happened with WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier. Am I wrong?
What?
They came out back to back. Or it was a week apart, then
It felt like that.
I really feel like that's how it happened. We gotta go back and check the dates, but when I was about to say WandaVision. But WandaVision went off, we had a week break, and it was WandaVision behind the scenes. That whole episode.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next week, straight Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I think you're right, because what's his name did that? Emergency Awesome. I remember him doing that. He talked about the behind the scenes, and he's like, I'll be back next week for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It was Loki that had a bigger break.
Yeah, Loki had a 5-month break. We was damn, they just gonna do us like that?
Right.
But yeah, my only recommendation for Marvel is at least give us 2 shows back to back, man. All this pausing and we gotta wait. But I understand why we're pausing in October, because Eternals comes out
Beginning of November.
It comes out beginning of November?
November 5th. Hawkeye's at the end of November. And Miss Marvel is supposed to still come out this year too. They don't have a date for it though.
So what we got in October, Marvel? Really?
Nothing.
No, this is what I'm talking about. Marvel, hire me, bro. Let me be your scheduling coordinator, okay? Because, like, come on, man. You can't, like, with all this stuff we got coming out and, like, we leave in a month with no Marvel content. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There's nothing coming out for Marvel in October? What? So, what's going on?
They're failing.
With all this stuff we putting out, we ain't got nothing. Come on, man. Every month matters, Marvel. Every month matters. Wow. Well, I guess we gotta just really love and enjoy, you know, What If while we can.
Yeah.
It's the last show on Disney Plus for a while. And it's not even live action. So technically, we've been without a live action show since what?
Loki.
Yeah, since what, July?
End of July, yeah. That's true.
Oh my God, man. Omar says, thank you very much. It's already been released in Mexico. Yeah, man, go check it out and then come back and rewatch the stream, bro. John said, you don't know about Miss Marvel? That's a show. That's a show, Miss Marvel. I was thinking about the Marvels.
Oh, yeah, no, Miss Marvel's supposed to be in 2021. They don't have a date for it yet, according to this, whatever I'm reading right now.
You said you hope we see a reunion with Nick Fury. Nick Fury got his own show coming out on Disney Plus too. Secret Invasion. That's gonna be pretty good. Pretty good. I can't wait for that. And we know he's gonna be attached to anything that's like Captain Marvel related. So it was definitely refreshing to see him in the What If episode 3, not 4. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. But we gonna go ahead and end off the stream, man. We thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us week to week. We're back. Officially. I'm not gonna lie, this October news kind of just made me like really just get sad. But by the time October comes, I know we will already have wrapped up What If and seen Shang-Chi. So I mean, you can't complain with what you getting. You know what I'm saying?
Just means we have to go watch Candyman and the Michael Myers movie. And
yeah. October is full of a lot of. Actually, Venom is coming out in October.
Oh damn, we forgot.
Technically not a Marvel property,
it's not, that's why it's not
but
hey, make
see, look at that. High five, man. High five, Jack. High five. So we will get some Marvel content in October. We just have to like calm down and breathe and get a grip and get a hold of ourselves. But yeah, John says Doctor Strange stole the dragon from Shang-Chi. Bro, he probably did, bro. This man was stealing shit from Shrek, from Pocahontas, from all kind of monsters, man. Harry Potter.
The gnome. I was like,
bro,
oh, shit,
what the garden gnome do, bro?
Yeah.
Damn, Doctor Strange.
That angry ass
Steven.
gnome, though.
He's not Doctor. He's Steven now. That doctor got to get revoked from that.
Yeah.
He got to get revoked. They got to get revoked. But we about to get out of here, man. We'll catch y'all on the next stream next week. We'll be live right after episode 5 premieres. So you guys stay tuned. Turn those noties on so you know whenever we go live. Any closing remarks before we end up the stream?
Shout out to John for always being a real one. He's always on these episodes with us.
Shout out to John. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to everybody in the Discord, man. Join the Discord. Link in the description below so we can talk Marvel news, rumors and stuff like that. And let's just keep the Marvel train coming, man. Let's just keep it going. Like, we talk all this crap and stuff about Marvel, but we love Marvel. We love them. Like, we know they won't disappoint. We just hit to theorize and keep the conversations going and stuff like that. So it's always a great time, week to week, whether we're discussing movies, trailers, or even the show. So it's a great. We love it. We love it.
Sure do.
But like I always say at the end of every stream, stay positive. Always aspire to be the best person you can be. You can be whoever you want or whatever you want. Just look at me. Inspired by my boy Mobius, man. Shout out to John for pointing that out. Shout out to my boy John for pointing that out. But yeah, we'll get out of here, man. We'll catch y'all next week on the next stream. Y'all get some sleep. Y'all dissect this What If episode. And we gonna be back at it live next week, y'all. Stay positive. We out here, y'all. Peace.